ये है जी उस्मान गाजी का मज़ार।
In Bursa, where we are gonna go as a final place. You can see the map is getting bigger now, and this is his mosque. This is his mosque called Orhan Ghazi. We are gonna go inshallah in like 30 minutes or 45 minutes later. Orhan Ghazi Mosque. This is the first biggest mosque in Ottoman time. Of course, there were many small masjids. And by the way, I want to tell you one thing about masjid and mosque, because people makes you confused sometimes. When you say masjid, for us, for Turkish people, where only 10 people, 20 people can pray. But mosque, for us, big place. So when you say, for example, blue masjid, people say that, no, it's a mosque. Oh. You understand my point? So masjid, for Turkish people, only 10 people, 20 people can pray.
Small one.
Small one. But for the mosque, which is like 1,000 people, 5,000 people or 10,000 people can pray at the same time. So don't forget those people. Those are the soldiers, very important. It is called in Turkish Yeniçeri. Yeniçeri means in English Janissaries. Those are the orphan child from the Christian and the Jewish families. Because while they were making fighting, they lost their parents. So Ottoman people, they took them, teach them how to fight, how to defend themselves, and they became like a gladiator, that I can tell you. Okay, so those are the people, they were fighting just for money. If there is no money, they are not going anywhere. So those are the people. When they call Ottoman soldiers like a, they are so barbaric, those are the people, they were barbaric, because Ottoman soldiers, they never go as a first. First of all, they are sending the Janissaries, they are fighting. When everything's cooled down, Ottoman soldiers coming, and they do the small things, So Janissaries, don't forget, they were helping a lot, and then they were very dangerous. So the third Sultan, first Murad, this is the gentleman who dies in the battle. We had 36 sultans, nobody dies in the battle, they got wounds, what they call them Ghazi, like Osman Ghazi and Orhan Ghazi. But this is the gentleman. Actually, he won the battle, but later then he wanted to check what is going on. Is there any still people alive? And one of the soldiers from the other side, he was pretending he's dead. And then what he did, he stabbed him with knife to his heart directly, and he passed away. So this is one of the first broken line of the Ottoman Empire, because there is no sultan. So all the soldiers, they got confused. Then what happened? His son came, what they call first Bayezid or Yıldırım. Yıldırım means lightning. So this is the gentleman, while he was making this war, which is called Ankara Savaşı. Ankara Savaşı means Ankara War. 1402, he was fighting with the Mongols, You know the Timur, if you remember the name Timur? He was fighting with the Mongols, he lost the battle. Timur put him in a prison. There are two rumors. First one, inside of the prison, in his drink there was a poison. He drank it and he killed himself, like committed suicide. Second one, they are saying that Timur killed him. In both ways, he's dead anyway. So, back to back, they lost two sultans, two leaders. So Ottoman is, you see, it's not happening like 100 years, almost collapsing, It's going down. So what they need another person who is going to rise up the Ottoman Empire. So this gentleman came, they call him First Mehmet or Çelebi Mehmet. They are saying in the history books, he is the second founder of the Ottoman Empire. If this gentleman didn't exist, Ottoman Empire will be finished in 100 years. So nobody was gonna know who was the Ottoman. Maybe who likes the history a little bit, they will talk about it. But this is the gentleman, Çelebi Mehmet time, Ottoman Empire, rise up again. So let's go to the sixth one. Sixth one is very important. It is the second Murat. I told you Bursa was the first capital. In his time, Edirne became the second capital of the Ottoman Empire. From the first one till here, everybody tried to get the city of Constantinople. That's the main target. But you can't go direct to the Constantinople, that's why they are getting Bursa, then Edirne, then Constantinople, which means they want to make surround the city. So this is the gentleman. He wanted to get the Constantinople so badly, so he was talking with his teacher, Sufi master, named called Hacı Bayram Veli. That gentleman was the Kutub that time. You know, every 100 years there is a big scholars coming. So Hacı Bayram Veli was the Kutub that time, and he was a student. And he said that my Sultan, they are calling each other like a Sultan, said that make dua for me. I want to get the city of Constantinople. And he said that inshallah I will do it. 2 weeks later I will come back to your city, which is called Edirne. So 2 weeks later he came back to the Edirne, and that morning second Murat had a baby, which is Mehmet II, the seventh one. And he said that my Sultan, Alhamdulillah, Allah give me a baby boy, he blessed me, so I'm gonna put his name Mehmet. There was already Mehmet, that's why they started to call him Mehmet II. And he said that, do you have any good news for me, for Constantinople? And he said that, yes, I have a good news for you, actually, and I have a bad news for you. Which one do you prefer first? He said that, give me the bad one. He said that, you are not gonna see it, I am not gonna see it. The good news is, your son, which he was born today, and he brought one of his students, named called Akşemseddin. These people will see how they get the city of Constantinople. And he said that, Alhamdulillah, I'm not the person, but my son will get the city of Constantinople. So let's go to the seventh one. Important, we can talk with him like a weeks, days, you know, but I want to make the shortest as much as I can. First of all, he became Sultan when he was only 12 years old. Imagine, he was only 12 years old, and his father, second Murat, said that, my son, I am sick of it being Sultan, so you are the Sultan. And he said, my father, I am only 12 years old, what I'm going to do with this? He said that, I don't care, this is your problem right now. I'm just going to go hunting, that's it. It was like a big hobby for them, you know, hunting. So he became Sultan, everything's okay, but Europe countries, they start attack the Ottoman Empire. They said, you know what, there's a little guy as a Sultan. Let's attack and finish the Ottoman Empire. So he made meeting many times with his teachers. Say that, are they gonna attack us? What we are gonna do? What's our schedule? What's our plan? And everybody said that, don't worry, we are Ottoman Empire, nothing gonna happen to us. But his teacher, his private teacher, Akşemseddin, said that, no, call your father, he can help you. So he said that dismissed, everybody left. 1 week later, he said that let's make the meeting again. In that meeting said that, are you sure? Can we fight? Can we win? And everybody was saying that, don't worry, we are Ottoman Empire, we can win. And his teacher, Akşemseddin, said it again, my Sultan, I'm so sorry, you have to call your father. He can come and help you. He said, okay, I'm gonna write a letter to my father. So, in the letter, he was saying that, father, I need your help, come. Because people are attacking us. 1 week later, the reply comes and he said that, you are Sultan, you can do whatever you like. He didn't like the answer. And he was showing that letter to his teacher, you know, Akşemseddin said that, look what he's saying. And he said that, he's so right actually. You are Sultan, right? Give him an order. so he can be leader of your army. And Sultan Mehmed II wrote very strict message to his father, said that, my father, if I'm a sultan, I give you order, come, fight under my name. And father loves this message, said, okay, I'm coming. He came, helped him, and everybody's gone. And a few months later, he said that, my son, you are still immature about this subject, so you will be a backup plan. So father became sultan again. So when he was around 17, 18 years old, this time father passed away. So he became the sultan again, the second time. He got on the throne. And then from 18 till 21 years old, which is 3.5 years, he was making research. How can I get the city of Constantinople? How can I make that city as real? Because of this subject, when he thinks that he is ready, he attacked the city of Constantinople. And Alhamdulillah, Allah gives blessing to this young gentleman. And we got the city of Constantinople. The exact date was 29 of May, 1453. 29 of May, 1453, which was Tuesday. So we got the city of Constantinople. City became Islamic city. First of all, they start to call the city name Islambol. Not Istanbul, okay? Islambol, because this name was coming from our Prophet Muhammad. He saw him, our Prophet in his dream, and he was getting this name from our Prophet Muhammad. Later then they start to call Darus Saadeh, which means like happy city. Then after 18th century they start to call Istanbul. Since that day it's an Islamic town or city that I can tell you. But this gentleman died very young age when he was only 49 years old, because Christian people, they poisoned him. It was a big danger, for the Christian people. They poisoned him. The dresses we call kaftan. He loves red colors very much. So after he died, you see, it is still going father to son, father to son. So this gentleman came, second Bayezid. This is the gentleman time. Jewish people came to city of Istanbul from Spain, because there were many Jewish people who used to live in Spain, and there was a king named called Ferdinand I. They were Christian and they hate Jewish people. He said that, I'm gonna kill you or you are gonna change your religion. And Jewish people said that we don't want to change our religion, so they wrote letter to the Ottoman Empire, because the Ottoman Empire was one of the biggest powers. So this gentleman accepted them, said that you can come. So he sent 5 ships to Spain to rescue them, and in his time they started to live in the Golden Horn area, where the Ebabil and Sarian, those places. But back in that time it was a forest part of the city, and he wants to make his city like international. All the religions, Jewish people, Christian people, Muslim people, or non-believers start to live together, so make some businesses. That was his idea. So since 1492, Jewish people are living in Istanbul. Very less people right now. So later then his son came, but the problem was his son killed the own father for the power. Because his father was very religious guy, Sufi guy, So this is the gentleman, he never liked to fight. Okay, so something going on, he said, let's negotiate with the people. And this gentleman was very wild person, and he said that, my father, I'm sorry, you are a useless guy, so you have to die. So son killed the own father for the power. He became the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire. And as you can see, he was ruling only 8 years, and he did the most treasured part of the Ottoman Empire. And this gentleman is very important. In his time, Khalifa situation came to the Ottoman Empire. Why? Mamluk Empire finished as an Islamic way. The Khalifa system was going from the Mamluk Empire. When it is finished, he went to the Egypt, get all the Islamic items, and brought them in Topkapi Palace. I'm sure you've been to the palace, right? Whatever you saw, he brought them from Egypt. Stick of the Moses, sort of our prognosis, sort of Abu Bakr, Hazrat Ali, other things, you know, the key of Kaaba. I'm sure you saw all of them.
Yeah.
And there's a guy who always recited Quran inside of the place as a wife, you know. So this is the gentleman was ruling only 8 years, but he did the most treasured part of the Ottoman Empire, as I told you. And this is the gentleman said that, who is going to make more than I do, you can change the law. Nobody did it. Even his son, Kanuni Sultan Süleyman, what they call him, Magnificent Süleyman, he was ruling the longest one. For me, after 1650s, Ottoman Empire officially finished. Later, then everybody's like, you know, okay, Sultan, no problem, because lots of problem going on. The biggest problem starting with this gentleman. Why? He has 2 wives. 2 wives means 2 problems. Okay. So the first wife from Ottoman Empire, and she has only 1 son, named called Mustafa. Everybody loves him. Everybody loves him. Even the Janissaries loves him. But the second wife, this is the gentleman from the second wife, named called Hürrem Sultan. She was Christian. She was in the harem section as a slave. In Topkapı Palace, I'm sure you saw the also harem section. There's a harem section for the sultans. Lots of beautiful ladies from all over the world as a gift for the sultan. So somehow Sultan Süleyman fell in love with that lady, and she is the one who got official marriage. 26 sultans, they got marriage as the Islamic way, but she is the one only got official marriage on paper. So in Ottoman Empire there are 2 powerful ladies. First one is this lady, which is called Hürrem Sultan. I'm sure you saw her hammam, you know, opposite side of Hagia Sophia. There's a hammam, Turkish bath. She made it, Hürrem Sultan hammam. Very expensive hammam, by the way, you know, like they are asking crazy money, 150 euro, 200 euro. And the problem is starting, she has 6 children. First wife, only 1. And there was a rule starting with the Sultan Mehmed II. He said that in the order of the Ottoman Empire, I give you permission, you can kill your brothers and sisters. That, and Sultan Süleyman had to kill one son. But everybody loved him. This is the biggest broken line of the Ottoman Empire, because this gentleman, after he came, Ottoman is like officially finished for me. So he killed the own son, and then there are 4 boys and 2 girls. Girls cannot be Sultan, so there are 4 boys. So what's happening? I told you 4 boys. One is called Cihangir, special needs. He can't be Sultan. There is Mehmet. And Mehmet is, while he was hunting, he died. So 2 guys left. One is called Selim, another is called Bayezid. So Bayezid's army and Selim's army, they start to fight each other. They are not fighting, army is fighting. And Bayezid's army lost. And even also, mother and father was supporting Selim instead of the Bayezid. So Selim became the Sultan. From the first one till here, nobody was drinking alcohol. Sharab all the time. And he never lived in Istanbul. Why? He wanted to live in Edirne, which was the second capital of the Ottoman Empire, for easy drinking problems, you know. But what happened? You see, that's the life. What comes around goes around. Because of his drinking problem, he was drunk one night, and he said that to his workers, I want to go hammam. I want to take a shower, you know. Because when Sultan goes to hammam, alone, nobody's going there. So he was drunk, nobody knows. Then they found him in the hammam as a dead person. 1 month, nobody tells anything, but 1 month later, they start to take the note that he died like this. Why I'm telling you this one? This is the only thing about told you about him, is this beautiful mosque in Edirne, which was the second capital of the Ottoman Empire. You see, Selimiye. It is coming from his name, Selimiye. And this is the beautiful mosque from Mimar Sinan, architect Sinan. I'm sure you heard his name before. He did more or less 100 mosques around Istanbul and like 50 bridges. Don't fight with them, they are crazy people. But this time they won the battle and they said that, you know what, no more Ottoman Empire is unbeatable. This word is very important because back to back we are gonna lose two wars. You see, 30 years later, again 1596, in the time of the second Mehmet, they lost the Hachova war. So back to back, after we lost it, Ottoman Empire is going down very slowly. This time is slowly, but after 17th century, it's going without parachute, I can tell you, you know. And this is the gentleman, very important, first Ahmed, who built up this mosque in Sultanate. Normally for us local people, we call Sultanahmet Cami, but foreign people call Blue Mosque because of the tiles. 70% of the tiles are blue, that's why people are calling Blue Mosque. For this gentleman, continue, but this gentleman didn't want to stop this craziness because he was only 14 years old and his brother was 6 years old. When he became Sultan, he is 14, his brother 6 years old. So the problem is starting now. He said, you know what, I want to stop this killing brothers and sisters situation. Because of this subject, what he decided to make it, he said, I'm gonna make one room in Topkapı Palace. It is called Golden Cage Room. Golden Cage Room, what does it mean? There's a luxury room in Topkapı. He became inexperienced and uneducated because in the room there is nothing going on. From the Osman till the first Ahmed, everybody had at least 5-6 teachers. They are learning everything. New languages, mathematics, physics, astrology, how to fight, how to use the arrow, sword and everything. But he stayed as a Sultan only 3 months. Only 3 months. Why? They said, you know what, this guy is crazy, nuts. So what happened? For the first time of the history, what they did, from here, they go to the Histan again. So it's swapping now. You know, normally, father to son, right? Normally, it was years, and you can see he died very young age when he was only 18 years old. This gentleman, he hates Janissaries. I told you, Janissaries, very barbaric people. He said that, you know what, I have to change the military system. And Janissaries heard this subject, said that, you know what, before he does anything to us, let's kill him. For the first time of the history, Janissaries was against the Sultan, and they said that, you know what, we are going to kill the Sultan. So what they did, for the first time of the history, they kidnapped the Sultan. They took him in this dungeon, which is called Ertugrul dungeon. They choke him by rope, because in Ottoman time, when they kill each other, they are not using knife, no dagger, no sword. They were always choking by rope because blood is curse for Ottoman people. But what happened? After they killed him, they want to get rid of his body from the dungeon. When they throw it, he banged his head to the walls, and then blood comes. And they are saying that this is the first time Ottoman Empire got cursed. So he died. So what they did, they went back to his brother again, Mustafa. He became Sultan 1 more year. 1 more year later, they said that, you know what, he's useless guy. And mother, you know the wife of the Ahmed, killed him. So they said that this brother is useless guy. So this lady, second powerful lady name called Kösem Sultan. Don't forget those names. One is Hürrem Sultan, other one is Kösem Sultan. If you want to know information, you can just go to the Google and learn more, the history for those ladies. So this is the second son, 17th Sultan of the Ottoman Empire. This is the gentleman was very strong guy. He could fight with 6 people at the same time. But his problem again,
Drink.
alcohol. You see? That's why I'm saying blood change, everything messed up. So he was drinking. How he died? Liver cancer. So this is the last gentleman, last son of the Sultan Ahmed. So he's in the prison, right? But how many years? 27 years. He became the craziest person in this world. After he died, his brother died, they went to his room, said that, you know what, your brother passed away, you are the next Sultan. And he said that, you know what, I don't believe you, bring his dead body in my room. I want to see with my eyes. If not, I'm not coming out of the room. They said, okay, my Sultan, no problem. They took his brother's body into his room, said, there you go, he's dead. Then he said, okay, I believe you, I am the Sultan. But he's so lunatic, he's so crazy, he is doing incredible stuff. He's spending money for no reason. I give you some example, you will understand. In Topkapı Palace, there are some pools, okay? And they were fishing it back into that time. So he was trying to feed the fishes by gold. He was throwing the gold into the water. He said, eat it. I'm asking you, fish can eat the gold. Or another crazy the example I can give you. He's calling me, said, Hakan, come. I'm going there, salutations. He said, Hakan, you know what, I love you, man. You are one of the best person ever. I give you 100 golds. You go, spend whatever you like. He said, thank you very much, my Sultan, you are going. 10 minutes later, he's calling, said, bring this Hakan. He stole my gold. Bring him. And then kill him. So he's coming, I'm coming with the gold. I'm giving to my gold. He said that, you know, I don't like you anymore. Kill them. They are killing me. 1 hour later, he's like, oh, where is my dearest Hakan? I missed him so much. Call him back. And other people said that, you just killed him 1 hour ago. What are you talking about? That's crazy, you know, this gentleman. But this is the gentleman, is the last hope of the Ottoman Empire. Why? You see, we didn't do the like 1650s, because this is the gentleman, he is the only one person. There is no boys, no generation, because he has no babies, no marriage, he is crazy. So in Ottoman time, if there is no baby, continue, Ottoman Empire will be finished 1640s. So from 13th century till 1640, which is 340 years, then you will talk, okay, there was an empire, only 340 years, it's finished. Why? There should be baby, but no babies. He is lunatic, he's trying, but no babies. So what happened? They brought beautiful ladies all over the world, and he's trying, nothing happened. Even in Ottoman time, they used the black magic. And there was a guy named called Imam Ali. He did some black magic, and finally, Ottoman people had new babies. So new babies means this is the first son, Avcı Mehmet. Avcı means hunter, or the fourth Mehmet. Imagine, Kösem Sultan, wife of the Ahmed, he was sick of it. His own son, because Ibrahim was his son, right? She had 3 babies. He's spending money for no reason. She said that, you know what, this guy is useless. So when this baby became 6 years old, Kösem Sultan said that, you know what, Avcı Mehmet is going to be Sultan. So what's going to happen to this gentleman? Kösem Sultan had to kill own son. I would like to give you the fairy tale, but this is the fact, you know. So Kösem Sultan had to kill the own son. Why? Because of power, like Hürrem Sultan. So what's happening? Kösem Sultan, don't forget, Avcı Mehmet, second Süleyman, second Ahmed, second Mustafa, and third Ahmed. You see how many sultan I passed? 5. She was ruling the Ottoman Empire. Those 5 guys, they think they are the sultan. But Kösem Sultan was ruling the Ottoman Empire. So they are sultan, right? They say, okay, I give you order, we do this. And everybody in the royal family, they say, yes, my sultan. After they say yes, she was on the top, right? There's a window over there, and everybody was looking up. She said, no. So whatever they are saying, nothing happening. Whatever she say, it's happening. So third Ahmed time, he wanted to stop this craziness, and he did it. Somehow, there was a problem going on, like a rebellion inside of the Topkapı Palace, especially Arab section, and somehow there were some ladies, they choked the Kösem Sultan, and they killed her. And this is the gentleman, was very religious gentleman, you know, very Sufi guy, like second Bayezid. So he built up to this beautiful fountain in front of the Topkapı Palace.
Yes.
When you were entering the palace, it is on your right side actually. So this is the fountain from 1728. Imagine we are in Sultanahmet, entrance of the Topkapı Palace is here, Hagia Sophia is here, and Blue Mosque is here. So this is the beautiful fountain. Like 3-4 years ago, our the mayor of Istanbul, there was no water here actually, so they make the fountain again working. And then this gentleman came, first Mahmud, who is the son of the second Mustafa. He did this beautiful mosque right entrance of the Grand Bazaar, which is called Nuru Osmaniye. It's very Gothic style, you know, beautiful, very, very big windows, so daylight is coming inside of the masjid. That's why I'm saying very Gothic mosque. And this is the light. Ağır kapı, fener light, you know. And third Osman came. In his time, they make the first gate of the Topkapı Palace. So this is the gate, only local people can come. The second gate for the royal family. Okay? Don't forget this one, it's called Babali Gate. The third Mustafa time, he did this beautiful mosque in Istanbul, Unkapanı Şep Safa Hatun Cami. Then first Abdülhamid time, he built up this beautiful mosque, it is called Beylerbeyi. It's in the Asia side. And this is one of the memorial moments for the third Selim. What they say also coronation, you know. We always say memorial moment, you know. So those are the soldiers, can you see? Those are the Janissaries. We call Yeniçeri. They are always close to the Sultan, and those are the royal family right next to the, the Sultan. So third Selim, this is his signature. And the fourth Mustafa time, this was their last dress. Then second Mahmud time, they changed the dress and they became more European, you know. Look at his dress now. They say that they are all designed now, so they finish it. So in Mahmud time, second Mahmud time, everything changed. This is the first paper money. They made it 1842. This is the first stamp, for the envelopes. What they did it in the Abdülmecid time. This is the gentleman, Abdülmecid time. And this is the last gentleman, Abdülaziz. It was going father to son, father to son. Last 4 sultans, they are brothers. So which means the son of Abdülaziz. 4 sons of the Abdülaziz. British people killed him, this gentleman, because he was so against the British people. They killed him and they said that he committed suicide. It wasn't like that. So last 4, 5th Murad, this was the gentleman was collaborating with the the Jewish people. So he wanted to make a connection with the Jewish people, who discovered his brother, second Abdülhamid, and to be honest, he was the last hope of the Ottoman Empire. Yes. There's a TV series also about him. It's finished, you know. You watch it, right? So this is the gentleman, was the last hope of Ottoman Empire. But I want to tell you one thing. If you watch the TV series, this gentleman never left from his palace. Okay, 32 years he was in the palace because he was so scared to go out. Okay, in the TV series they are showing he's going out with his gun, blah blah, he's doing everything. 32 years he was in the Yıldız Palace. Okay, so some of the TV series, because you wanted to watch it, they have to do something. Okay, so this is the gentleman. He was one of the nice ones, I'm not saying, you know, but in the TV series they are showing too much. He's like going this place, he's doing that. He's not, you know. Yeah, he was in the palace, simple. He was trying to control the world, I mean the Ottoman Empire, from the palace, from his desk. 32 years. What happened? Actually, in his time, Jewish people, they want to get some territory from Palestine. So the guy went there, he was asking, he said, how much do you want? If you want one, I give you 100. And this guy said that, you know what, even you give 1,000, I'm not gonna give you anything, because my ancestors, they got those places with their blood. So I can't sell it. He didn't sell it because of this subject. Jewish people, they became friends, like ally with the French and the British people. So French and British people, they took him down and put inside of the prison, which is like a very luxury house in Greece. Not even in Istanbul, it was in Greece. Then after he died, they buried his body in Istanbul, next to the tram station of the Çemberli Taşı. Then, after they took him down, they put this gentleman, 5th Mehmed Reşat, who was the puppet of the British Empire. Whatever British Empire is saying, he was doing. So just for the signature guy, I can tell you, you know. And this is the last gentleman, because Ottoman already finished. This is the gentleman, was the last person, and this is the last picture while he was coming out of the Topkapi Palace, 3rd of November 1922. And Atatürk, our national hero, what we call national hero, he made the independent war. But don't forget, people always forget this one, Atatürk was the soldier of the Ottoman Empire. Okay, he's not coming from middle of nowhere. He was born in Greece, correct, but Greece was belongs to us. He was born and raised there. He was the soldier of the Ottoman Empire. Exactly, yeah. So what happened? This gentleman, he saw that Ottoman is going down, down, down. He said that we have to do independent war. So around him, everybody get reunited again. Christian people, Jewish people, non-believers, Turkish people, Kurdish people. You know, he said that, okay, he's the leader, so let's stick around him. Then he started to make independent war. Then what happened? 29 of October 1923, which is this year is 100 years. That's why this election we had like a couple months ago, it was very important.
Sanction come up.
Yeah, exactly. So what happened? In his time, they make the Turkish Republic. So this year is 100 years. That's why Erdogan was always saying that this election is very important. We have also next election in the March of 2024, I guess. There's an election going on. Mashallah, every year we have another election. So my point is, some people say that Atatürk, you know, he wasn't that good. It's not like Muslim person. He was drinking alcohol. Everybody was drinking alcohol, you know. So the alcohol, if it is the alcohol, it's a problem. The thing is, maybe you don't know this one. In that time, when you call yourself Sufi, what they call dervish, right? Dervish people, they were not going to the military service. Okay, this is number one rule. You are Sufi guy, you don't go there, you know, do military service. So when everybody heard that, okay, I will pretend I'm dervish then. I'm not gonna go to military service. So everybody was saying that I am dervish, I am Sufi. I do like 5 times every day, I do the extra prayer, I do this, I do that. And Atatürk said, what's going on? Everybody became Sufi, you know. So to understand who is real dervish, who is not real dervish, he made like a competition. and some of them they lost. So because of this subject, everybody became like against him. I'm not saying that I love Atatürk so much, but I just try to clarify in this situation. So exactly, so everybody has to go. It's a mandatory, in Turkey, everybody has to go. Only men, not ladies. Only men has to go when they are 20. Oh, you go to school, no problem. Finish the school, you can go to the military service. But normally age is 20. After school finish, when you are 22, 23, 24, even 30, you can still go. But there is an option for them. After you graduate from the university, you only go 6 months. Right now, 1 month. When I was going, there was no point, because I did military, I did the school. Again, I went 15 months. Right now only 1 month. Bilecik, 1886. Look at the beautiful houses back in that time. 2 floors, max 3 floors, Now all the big buildings and everything. Finished now. Everybody